Fuck. I think I gotta get me a fucking fishing rod because I like fresh fish. And over here at the lake, they got some really good fish. I don't know if I'm gonna catch a catfish and eat it. I'm not into the catfish and eating thing, but fuck it. Salute, salute. So I gotta be honest, everybody. I know black men catch a lot of L's, take a lot of spikes and knives to the back, to the front. We take it all, right? But I just watched a panel of black women encourage Nick Fuentes to say the N word. And I'm wondering, in my mind, all the divestors that's out there, all the anti black men. I mean, he said the N word, but it wasn't just, it doesn't specify going to just black men. It's all of us. So, I mean, it's whether you're black American, it's whether you're Caribbean or African, you're all niggas when you come here, right? So for I guess more than five black women to sit up there and encourage this gentleman to say, I ain't even gonna call him a gentleman, this lame to say the N word, I mean, to make you feel good, that's kind of disgustingly stupid. And it doesn't give the black community an L. I'm gonna say that outright. No, it gives black women the L. And I gotta say that point blank and period. Because for the most part, the white women that I've met online and offline, that's not in their vocabulary. It's not in their lexicon. It's not in their context of explaining. Now, or do I know white women that say it? Yeah, but them bitches grew up in the hood. You feel me? I'm looking at what divestment has led to, what the conversation has led to, and the encouragement. And even after he said it, he took a nice picture with him, twerking on him. And I can guarantee that my man probably smashed a few of them, right? I'm not knocking Nick. Nick is being Nick. Being the same white supremacist, ideological talking point person that he is. And for those women to be around it and encourage it and then probably give them box, top, or whatever afterwards is a bad look on them. It's not a bad look on black dudes. And fresh and fit, they're not black Americans. So I really don't care what they say or think or how they think. If one can go put on a Ku Klux Klan hood, have fun with it, then we see where they come from. I see my man Dave Chappelle did a little skit, Clayton Bigsby. But this is being funny. This is a comedian who didn't really grow up around much of us. He went to a performing arts school. But he has an objective opinion, and his target audience is white folks. So I get it. But to sit down and watch that, I'm not even disturbed by it. Like, I'm laughing because I understand now why brothers are getting their passports or dating out or just not into being in a relationship in the community. So what do we do with what we find or what we saw? How do we interpret it? How do we handle it as black dudes? We don't. We leave that shit alone. Hey, listen, it's not a black dude problem. That's a black woman problem, and black women need to address it. Just got to be honest with you, because from where Sergeant Willie P popped up, white women are laughing at y'all right now because they wouldn't let that happen inside their community. You are letting it happen inside your community. You are encouraging the derogatory, degrading behavior inside your community. We got so many prolific black speakers silent right now. And if you're going to be silent, just shut up on everything. Stop criticizing black men. In fact, people like Dr. Umar and all these other people, you can't criticize any black man right now until you handle this situation. Nick Fuentes has been on the chopping block for quite some time. Y'all chastise Pearly and all this other. Pearly wasn't sitting there encouraging Nick to say nigga. That was supposedly, apparently, sisters. So Pearly gonna have to get the pass now because of what the sisters did yesterday or the day before. Fresh and Fitz channel. We are dealing with so-called inadequate losers and giving them power. Enough black women are repping you. Publicly, they're repping you. We can talk about Keke Palmer disrespecting her man. We can talk about these black women on Fresh and Fit. We can talk about the Passport Bro compilations on TikTok. Um, it's a few black women don't represent you. The ones that are on social media are giving you a bad name. And while you have a great channel that points out things, I was listening to you last night about the women who are not being looked at by Brad, and they wish that Brad would talk to them like Tyrone, i.e., my name is Tyrone, so I'm already laughing at that. But no, Brad is not going to do it. In fact, Tyrone is probably going to slow down on doing it too after the Me Too movement, the holla back movement, and all that. But I'm not approaching no female right now, just to be honest with y'all. I'm good. Most of the time, or any of the relationships that I've been in, most of the women approach me because I'm good. Do I know how to get some tail or some snatch? Yeah. Am I sex deprived? Nah. But the idea that I'm gonna approach a woman out there on the street, knowing that there's laws, rules, regulations, I could be locked up for saying hello or whatever, I'm not gonna do it. And white men have the same issue. So men in general are just not approaching. It's easier to go on social media or a dating site and talk to a woman as opposed to approaching them in the street, because that is actually more dangerous than approaching them on social media. At least on social media, you have a both everybody swipe right situation. Here, like in public in the street, it's a little bit more risque. Like, I don't care how beautiful she is. She can walk by me smelling great. I'm not saying shit. I'll look. I'm not saying nothing. Why? It's a potential of me to go to jail just by talking to a woman publicly and she feels offended or she wants to say that my verbal words were sexual assault. So I don't even know what those women were talking about. But the idea that they was like they want a Brad to talk to them like Tyrone. Brad don't have the swag. Brad don't have the energy. Brad is Brad. I mean, Tyrone is Tyrone. You feel me? Like, we gonna come with a different energy as opposed to what they gonna come from. But let's look at it. Majority of white women are with white men, and majority of black women are with black men. As far as marriage is concerned, statistics are concerned. So we're looking at this crazy. But to see, you know how many black men have just applied for passports based on this Nick Fuentes shit? Even more, it's encouraging even more black men to just, nah, I'm not dealing with these traitors, because that's basically what it is. You, as a known white supremacist, are forced to say the N word, and there's 6 to 7 black women around you encouraging it. Like, when he says the N word, you think he's talking to those black women? No, he's talking to the dudes. But he ain't talking to Fresh and Fit because they not even American. So we looking at this as a whole. We looking at it as a joke. Ha ha ha! It's funny, but it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It is actually revealing as to the divestment, bed wench, dysfunctionality of our sisters. And now you're getting more brothers who are like, yo, oh, is this what you about, shorty? That's how we living? This is what the bad chicks want? Fine. I'm going to go get the Colombian, the Brazilian, the white girl, the whoever is not as stupid enough to sit down on a goddamn panel like that and encourage negative behavior towards the black community, as if we don't have enough. Look at what the news is doing to Kiki right now. Do you think this Nick Fuentes situation is going to help? Make sure y'all hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. And if you got it, that Cash App is there. Still a no. Look at what we're seeing. Look at that. I want you to sit down in my perspective. Let's imagine black men sitting on a panel saying, "Hey, Pearly Davis, come on, say the N-word. Come on, Pearly. Say the N-word, Pearly. We want to hear it." Imagine that. Y'all wouldn't let that shit slide. Y'all be talking, boy, black men would have been dragged through the mud, under the bus, over the bus. It would have been ran over by a tractor trailer, a Hummer, whatever, for saying that. Boy, we've been talking. Look what they doing to Kiki's boyfriend for just suggesting that his girl or his baby mama shouldn't have been dressed provocative like that and grinding up on Usher like that. That's it. So, black man, we ain't got no wins in this situation. We ain't got no say. But you know what? We shouldn't have a say. All we should do is look at it like, yo, this is what y'all want to do. This is why I'm good. I'm a go somewhere else where peace. I'm gonna go somewhere else where me and my culture are gonna be respected. I'm gonna go where me and my people are gonna be respected, and I can still find love. I can still find happiness. I can still find companionship, as opposed to coming home to somebody who's aggressive or who feels whatever divestments feel. Like, I get it. If ladies you want to divest, please stop talking about black dudes. Y'all can't, because y'all really don't want to divest. Y'all want to invest, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the dysfunctionality, the acceptance of the bullshit. We are literally looking at the bullshit in repeated form. And I mean, everybody was talking about this. I woke up, looked at my phone, I just see Nick. Pictures with him and them black chicks. Then I heard the comment. I'm like, yeah. This finna be a long conversation. It's finna be a long discussion. And black women about to take this L for this. Because I'm pretty sure it's on TikTok and Rumble and what's that new shit from Meta? It's Threads. It's on Twitter. It's everywhere. Like, and black women are taking it. And I granted, I heard some of the black women are not foundational black Americans, but that shit don't matter. They in America. They're exemplifying the energy that's out here. Yep, David Carroll said it best. It's the white skin that gives them the pass, you know. And some of these people are looking for the illusion of inclusion. I don't know. Like I said with my little post earlier, they want a bed wench. They want that feeling that they're accepted by white men, no matter how they look, no matter how much you get a new possibilities. Um, Even a fucking Angel Ramirez who like promotes this shit. I'm good. I like women who like meats. Okay, I like women who are into meats, mentally, physically, shit like that. All that other racial stuff, I let that shit go a long time ago based on studying and looking and observing these divestors. I'm good. I'm good. I only know a few black women who would not have tolerated that. The rest of them would. They love a zaddy. They love all that shit. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, share. And in case you can't do it, Cash App. It's scrolling to the bottom. I mean, I'm about to go home and cook me some steak, eat that, and get ready for work. But I'm looking at the image that is being portrayed. The image that's being portrayed right now is not a brothers. It ain't us. It just ain't us. That image right now of encouragement for a white supremacist to say nigga the way he did is literally coming from black women. Forget the black dudes. They not black Americans. They agents and former police and quote unquote shock jocks. They don't represent black men. These are lames that got a fucking voice and a studio and some money. And you throw money at Most of these bitches, they gonna dress hot and come with no panties and all that shit. That's easy. That's easy pussy. We talking about real women here. The real women gonna listen to some of that shit. Some of them gonna agree with it, quote unquote. Some of them are foreign black women. So I said that. Some of them are non-FBA black women. But not all of them were. We're talking about six or more women that were sitting in there and encouraging. I seen one woman, the light skinned one with the curly hair, who was in shock when he said the word. And I don't even know if she was in shock because I think the bitch was in the picture. So it's encouragement, it's acceptance. It is them finding it to be valid conversation and him being able to spit or say, what's up, TCO? Spit or say what he said, and these women co-signing it. And I already know that shit is gonna turn back on black men. But the point is, it wasn't no black men there. First and fit ain't black men. Them some sucker ass incel niggas that just learn how to get pussy through money. The niggas ain't never been broken guy pussy, so I ain't talking to them. You feel me? They don't represent Black America, so they don't get a pass here. Those women though, those women that was sitting up there, man, I ain't. All that SBE shit is corny. Don't bring that shit to me. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not shaming nobody. They shame themselves. I'm not blaming nobody. You see who to put the blame on. And I ain't explaining shit. The truth is the truth. You sat there and encouraged that racist, known racist, said he's a racist to say the N-word like that. And then laughed at it, dropped a dime DeMarco. What you want me to say about it? I'm good. Wasn't really no real black man up there anyway to really check the shit. So where do you want me to come from? I'm not coming from that. I'm laughing at this shit. I'm looking at it like, yo, are you seriously strong black women? Y'all only strong when it comes to dealing with black men. When y'all deal with everybody else, y'all some cupcake sensitive, submissive type women. And you know what? I enjoyed that. I think that that's a good idea, and that you should stay over there. Because you know what happens when we leave? We find feminine, fit, and uh, secure women. Period. You seen it all over the TikTok. You seen it. Passport bros doing way better than what they call passport. I'm not even gonna say the word. Passport women. I just seen something where women in the Gambia is being killed. Passport women. So we need to look at this like, hey, certain things that work for men ain't gonna work for women. Just like this situation. If I felt compelled to come up here and talk about it, trust me, it's gonna be a lot more men. And I've seen enough on my timeline just looking at this and suggesting like, hey, luckily some black men are like, yo, these are non-black American. No. These black women up here on some bullshit, co-signing racism. And if you want to co-sign racism, by all means, go ahead. They know. I don't even know who Freddie Gibbs' baby mama is, bruh. What's up, Jones? I can't even blame this on you, Jones. Usually I'd be like, it's Jones' fault. Can't even blame it on you. Shout out Big J, Mr. Lee, Black TMZ, my man Godflow is up in the spot. Cynical One, Water Sniper, Bill. I said Big J already. I know KC was up in here. I've seen her earlier. Oh, George. George has been around me for a long time exposing these motherfuckers. I mean, if anybody want to look at it, go look at Crystal Swirl's videos. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Go look at the Crystal Swirl video. We talking about a fat chick that gets played by meth head white boys and still talking about a Tyrone this and a Tyrone that. And Tyrone ain't thinking about you, big Bertha. You good, Raspusa. I'm pretty sure only the dusty black dudes is messing with you. But to be honest, all I could do is laugh and be like, this ain't a black male problem right now. This is a black woman problem. So black dudes, like we can discuss it and just glaze over it. But at the end of the day, we'll see what the women do, especially here on YouTube. We'll see how they speak on it. We'll see if they talk or accept it. A lot of them will, but we'll see what goes on. We'll see the dynamic of the speech because the excuses come. The excuses come, and they're gonna keep coming. They're gonna be excuses for these women, except the Nick Fuentes saying what he said. It's gonna be, oh, you niggas say it in rap music, right? Oh, those women are gonna accept it. Sniper, they're gonna accept it. They encouraged him. Fuck cheered. They encouraged him to say the word, along with that Arab and that other non-black American. They encouraged that shit, and it shows you why we need to delineate, why we have enemies. You feel me? And then internal enemies, which we're good on handling. But how you blame the men on this? Okay, you know what? Nope, 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 Big J. You're not gonna get away with that. That's not happening at all. Only Big J can click the link. Where the fuck? How do I get to the comment section? Only Big J can click the link. I need to know why black men are, because I said this earlier. Black men are gonna be blamed for this. Fresh and Fit are not American black men. So Big J, hit the link. I want to know how black men are gonna be blamed for these women encouraging him to say nigga. Please, please tell me, because maybe I need to be educated on why black men are to blame for black women encouraging Nick Fuentes, a known racist that everybody could pearl for, right? Everybody. All of a sudden, it's black men's fault. Pearl was black men's fault, right? All of a sudden, it's black men's fault. Hold on, my fault, Judge. Oh, you're not Big J, Madam Whoop-Ass, but I'm gonna let you up. This better be Madam. I don't even see a picture. What's up?
Hey,
Hey, it is
can you
you.
hear
Okay,
me?
good. Yes, I thought one of them white boys was gonna send a penis picture on my
Hey, can you hear
show.
me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can
Can
hear
you hear
you
me now?
now.
All right. What's up, girl?
I'm just stepping in. What happened? Who niggas and black women supported it? What, who?
All right. So on a show called Fresh and Fit, hosted by Arabian, like a Caribbean immigrant, he had a selective amount of black women. I'm gonna say 6 to 7, and they had Nick Fuentes on it. Not sure if you know about the known racist Nick Fuentes. He was blamed for the oh shit, she dropped off. But I'm gonna keep explaining. He was blamed for the Charlottesville riots where the little white girl got killed. And these women came on the panel and encouraged Nick Fuentes to say the N word, hard ER. You feel me? Nobody watches Fresh and Fit like that except for Tethers. Let's keep that 100. Tethers and white folks is watching Fresh and Fit. Incels. Niggas who want to talk to women disparagingly because they can't get them. That's who watches Fresh and Fit. Other people don't. It's not something that's in most of the people's area expertise. All right. I see I got Big J up here. Boom. Madam Whoop Ass up here. Boom.
I
Hold
don't
on,
know
Madam
what
Whoop Ass,
happened.
before you go, before you say something, Big J, please tell me how this is a black man's fault.
Well. Ever since the Pearl situation, and when Obsidian was protecting Nick, you know what I mean. He actually protected Nick twice, so he put that energy out there. And if you put that
Right.
energy out there, I mean, what you think? What you think is going to be the logical conclusion?
I
You
got
know,
I got I got I got one question for both of those interviews. Did Pearl or Obsidian encourage Nick to say the N-word with the hard ER?
no, they have not. No.
So don't you think it's embarrassing for 6 or more black women and 2 non-black American black men to sit down and encourage him, drop a Don DeMarco to say the N-word, knowing that he's a racist white supremacist.
Yes, it is an embarrassing. You know, it is an it's embarrassing to see that. But like
So
I said though, but if you created the atmosphere for that to happen, I gotta say, well, you know, me knowing the space, me knowing how the manosphere is, and knowing how SYSBM is, well, I gotta say it's kind of their fault because they was protecting Nick.
So do the men in SYSBM and do the men in the space encourage white supremacists to say the N word on their shows?
As far as I know, um, probably not. As far as I know, I have them see they use white women to triangulate black women though.
But do we encourage those white women to come up on panels and say the N word?
For you mean for them or us? I mean,
For period in the space, do black men in the space encourage white women to come up here and be like nigga, 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 nigga?
Mike Mills does.
We're talking
you know
about the
what?
space. We're not talking about degeneracy.
We're not gonna. Please don't mention them niggas around me. I don't want
Oh,
nothing to do with that space. Um, um, where was we at? Well, yeah, I
We was
mean,
at do we encourage white women to come up here and be like, my nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga this. Or say the hard ER one time for me. Just say nigga for me. Do we do that as black men in the space?
mm.
no, no.
So why did these 6 black women and these 2 non-black men do this?
But at the same time, though, Vic, you know, if we remember when Sergeant Willie Pete was getting fellatio while he was talking shit about black women, like he was getting his dick sucked by a white woman. I mean, if you put that, if you put that out there already, the logical conclusion is women going to ask white men to do it. Yeah, I mean,
I get head,
in
hold on,
fact,
Big J. I get head by white women all the time. That's not the point. I'm not encouraging them to swallow and say nigga when they done. I'm not doing that.
okay. I mean, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, okay, you got that Vincent character. You got that big fat white dude. I forgot his name. Miss Elite might know his name. Him. Then you also got the uh, what was that name? Colin. You see when they made them racist statements, and it flew out over everybody's heads, but people can pick up on it. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's there. I know what these women are doing. I'm not gonna take the bait. And I refuse to take the bait. I know
But
what they're doing.
why? Now I gotta ask you, why would you consider black men to be responsible outside of saying that we interviewed Nick and we
because
upheld
because
Curly?
because though because we want to make everything about black women, like destruction of the community, black women. What had destroyed the world? Black women, blaming World War I on black women. I mean, my God,
They try.
have you seen some of these panels? You seen some of these
I
panels
seen these
that
idiots.
say that crazy shit? I mean,
But
if you
these
created,
idiots, right? These idiots are akin to the weird white trolls online that attack white women all day. Like, I'm not listening
I
to
mean, and then though,
incels and defunct men.
and then though, you got that punk ass idiot, Mr. Fantastic. Remember that bullshit? Well, you remember that bullshit with Cynthia G did? I mean, we seen it. I mean, I'm not taking the bait. I know this is about taking the bait. They want niggas to get out of pocket. I refuse to get out of pocket. I know what this is. This is about money. They want to
But
make money off of this.
before I let the other people on the panel talk, I want to ask you real quick: is it all right for me to get hair from a white woman, and when she's done, be like, "Hey, call me a nigga real quick. I appreciate it."
Now that really fucked up. That's fucked up. That's
See what
fucked
I'm
up.
saying?
Yeah.
That was really fucked up. All right, Madam Whoop Ass, educated Aries. Not sure who wants to go first. Let's go.
Look, I'm just new to this story, and what I'm hearing is absolutely deplorable. And certainly, this is a behavior coming from a much younger generation, is so far removed. And I can only speak as far as from the '60s, because that was the decade I was born. They just have no concept. They was just born in a generation where people embraced Michael Jackson, and it's just really deep. And so they just don't understand. They're clueless. And this is the generation that is heading us towards back to slavery in some shape, form, or fashion. I mean, they've gotten rid of affirmative action. You got that Judge Thomas, up Clarence Thomas, all for it. And if it wasn't for affirmative action, his ass wouldn't have got on the Supreme Court. And this whole generation is just lost. It's frightening, and people should be scared. That's all I have to say.
No doubt, no doubt. Educated Aries, what's your word on it? Somebody need to mute up. They got some laundry shit going on in the back. Oh, that is Aries. All right, Aries, spit your shit.
Nah, real talk. I mean, quick. I don't understand how this is black men's fault. Um, Women, if whatever words come out of your mouth is on you. I don't give a damn about the motivation. Ultimately, it came out of your mouth. You thought it, and people saw hooping and hollering about black men on this shit. Big J, this can't be on us. You know what I'm saying? I think that the most troubling. I always think about Django, the movie, and people talk about all the racial undertones and all the racist shit that popped up out that movie. The most deplorable person wasn't Steven. The most deplorable person on in that whole movie to me was that black woman who just kept quiet under under the slave owner while the two Mandingo warriors were fighting. All right, that black woman who think that she's above everything, whatnot, and ride that white man's coattails. All right, and that's the type of shit I see when I hear black women pushing a white boy to say nigger. Like, what the fuck? Oh, say it just for us because he's not talking about us. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. And you're in delusion. You're a delusional whore if you think that you're above the racist taunts that he's labeling against the whole fucking race. I don't see race, but it's stupid. It's flawed. It's insane.
They're young and misguided and uneducated, and that's going to uh, s- lend itself to their own demise.
God Flow, what's popping? Hey, yo, James, you there? Or you just posting on the
Yeah,
dark
man, I'm
ether?
right here,
Oh,
yo. Can
okay.
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's popping?
Oh, yo, man, what's poppin'? Yo, salute to the panel, man. Thank you for having this discussion. Salute to the panel, all the listeners, man. And my take is, shit. I'm glad he did what he did, man. Cause this lets you know that these are the ghetto gaggers chicks. You know what I'm saying? Who like the white dude, man? Who let them put they freaking feet on their faces, say the N word behind the scenes, and now we seeing this on live right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, you know what I mean? So many man, most of these black women's was the first snitch. You know what I'm saying? The mamas, you know what I'm saying, who was in a master house and letting them do some strange things. You know what I'm saying? Just to stay warm. You know what I mean? These are the females who had to breastfeed the babies and the white people babies and all of that. So this been passed down through generation, man. Ain't nothing but a generational curse. And like, yo, you really can't blame us because these are not our women's anyway. You feel me? These ain't our women. I don't know why y'all dudes keep saying that. Because other women from other traditions would not allow this to happen. You know what I'm saying, yo? So the white woman sitting back laughing. The white man sitting back laughing. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we was hard pressed for that dude in Chicago hitting that woman You know what I'm saying? Even in his death, they was talking cash stuff about him. Now this white dude could sit on the platform and say the hard end, and these females allow that to happen. But now that we can't hold them accountable because we're gonna get labeled some SPE stuff, and SPE ain't nothing but a safe haven for, you know what I'm saying, for females like that, yo, who was sitting right there on Fresh and Fit platform. I don't even deal with females like that, bruh. So I don't want to be long winded. I'm just glad that it was presented to us, and salute to the Passport Bros and all the other organizations that's out here for the black man. Feel me?
Word.
Y'all
All
just
right, Big J. Big J, sounds like you got something to interject. Come
y'all
on with
just
it.
falling for that trap. Why y'all falling? I mean, beat up. We've been on here. We've been on here for over 15 years. This has happened before. I don't know why though. People, I don't know why people keep falling for the trap. That's why I ain't saying a fucking thing. That's why I'm gonna say. You know what? I know what this is. I know what this is about. This is about money. They will make money off of this. O'Shea. O'Shea is hooping and hollering about it. Well, I'm like, nigga, I know what you about to do. You gonna make money off of this, and y'all looking for controversy to grift on. That's all this is about. I don't know. It is
But
what it
hey,
is.
Big J,
About
you've
to
been here
grift.
for 16 years. You've been here for 15, 16 years.
Yeah,
Before there was monetization and all this other stuff. Don't you think we would have talked about this? Because I mean, most of us got here cooking Tommy and his bullshit.
right.
Don't
Yeah,
you
most
think
of us
we would
got
have
it.
said something about it?
Huh?
Don't you think most of us would have said something about it back then, just like we saying something about it right now? Because listen, it took a lot for me to even go live with this shit. But I didn't see so many people talking about it. I gotta say something because it's like black women just gotta take this L right now.
Okay. Okay. I mean, listen. I see it. But the thing is, though, I'm not gonna bite it. I'm not gonna bite it because I'm sorry, V Dub. I'm not gonna bite it.
That's understandable.
Uh,
It's the same movie. It's the same movie being played over and over again, like the Vegator incident. See, some of us wasn't here during that Vegator incident. It's the same thing. That's why I'm not biting it. I'm gonna sit there like, well, okay, well, I know what this is about. I'm not biting this. I'm not gonna bite this because I know what's going to happen. The pro blacks
what's
gonna
gonna
have a
happen?
hold on. The pro wax. I call them the pro quacks. The pro quacks gonna have a problem. They will be hooping and hollering, and then you got the women going hooping and hollering on their end. And then you have the manosphere. They're gonna act like they're hooping and hollering about it. I'm just going like, this is about money. This is about clicks and views. I'm not even going to sit there like, well, I know this is about. This is, everybody, each of those three groups, the three main groups over here are malicious and evil. The manosphere, red pill, where the men, you got the black one on that corner, you got those pro quacks. Listen,
And you got the divestors.
well, no, I put those divestors along with the women. That's I can't. They got so many labels now. They're like three sides of this. They claim they hate each other, but all they're doing, making money off of this. That's all
Yeah, I
this is
mean,
about. So
I think I agree with you, Big J. I mean, listen, if you have an enemy, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, you're gonna make money off of shitting on each other. That's the only thing in which you gotta have a foil to promote your message.
hmm
The black manosphere uses the divestors as their fucking rallying cry,
right.
and the divestors use the manosphere as their foil to be like, look at them. That's the reason why you need to come and listen to our message. So I get what you're saying. So the only agreement is that they all making money off of the fact that they just going back and forth. I get what you're saying, but on this shit,
This is
them women gonna take that L.
this is a money game. I get it. But let me answer the cynical one's question right here. It says, I'm not responsible for another person's actions. Laugh out loud. The ones who support him earn that. No, it doesn't work like that because if a black man does something here online, all black men are to blame for it. So the problem is either you blame the specific black men or the people, women in this community blame the specific black men, i.e., Kiki Palmer's baby daddy, or y'all keep blaming all of us, just like we're gonna have to blame all of y'all for this one. We just gonna have to give y'all the L based on how things work here in these spaces.
Yeah, but at some time, V Dub, as some of us who've been here long, we got to change that. Okay, we got to change that. I know where you're going at, but we got to change that. Why you think I keep putting my foot up AJ's ass all the time? Because you can't just lead in with the whole, well, it's always them, is the over generalization. You can't make generalization statements all the time and expect to those men or women who are agreeing with you. You can't put them in the same position as the rest as the rest. You can't do that. I mean, at some point though, the generalization is going to have to stop because all
It,
this
it,
is
it,
going
it
over.
does. It does have to stop, but it's not stopping. And as we click on these shows, these panels, and these conversations, we find that black men are to blame for singular black men, i.e., Tyrone, right? And my name's Tyrone, but they blame Tyrone and Pookie and Ray Ray for everything, right? So at some point in time, when do they take accountability for Boom Keisha, Shaniqua, Kiki's, and all that other shit? Like, at what point do they
because
now hold
because
responsibility?
because here's the thing though, V Dub. Here's the thing, V Dub. The problem is they, I mean, the women only reacting to what the men are doing. I mean, we out here, I'm talking about, if we want to do this
I
generalization here.
want to stop you. I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you. The only reason I'm gonna stop you is because on national television over 15 years ago, black men were talking. I mean, black women were talking about black men in general. Black men ain't shit. Black men ain't that. I can't find a good black man in my level. They were doing that on national television. So when
Okay,
YouTube came
fine,
about,
yeah,
like
right.
I know when YouTube came about, we began to have a voice, and then that voice started putting accountability on them, and they weren't able to handle that.
I disagree with that because
Shit.
if you're going to talking about 15 years ago what black women have done on TV, well, you have to understand you got hip hop. Black men always had a voice, so I don't know why people say because of YouTube black men didn't have a voice. Well, yes, you did. Everybody was buying what Scarface was
we
saying.
we
People were buying
we
what the
we were
NWA was
buying
saying.
records. We were buying records that white men in corporate America authorized to be put out on the streets. They weren't playing fucking brand Nubians and Lord Jamars and all that fucking most dead. They wasn't promoting it like they was promoting the NWA or what they're promoting now. You know what I mean? They were promoting good conscious music back then. We didn't have
Empowerment rap.
control of our
Hmm.
intellectual property.
Facts.
Okay, granted, Vito, but you can't sit there and make a claim that all these women who like 15 years ago when these women got on ABC News and those women got on BET. I remember that whole BET discussion about in 2000 what 2005 when that happened. I mean, we can't sit there and say these women are the entire collective. I mean, at some point though, we got to at some point we got to sit there and say, I'm not going to take the bait. I'm
No,
not going to I'm not going to take the bait. I know what this is
Hey,
about. They want the woman to get all pissed off. I refuse to get pissed off. Oh, I'm just going.
And
I'm
that's
just going
Big,
to.
understandable.
Big
That's
J, may
that's
I ask
no.
you a
laudable.
question?
Uh-oh.
Big J, do you think these women's could what if them women's was Spanish or whatever, or from a community like that, like Mexicans or whatever? Do you think that they'll be able to say, you know what I mean, for them to encourage that white dude to say that and be able to go back to their freaking community, bro? Really? Would they be able to go back to their community and face the men's in their community? You know what I'm saying? Like hell nah. Then you talking about the Civil War and all of that. When did a black woman ever stood up for us in any war or built any
See that?
institutions
You see what
only
it
for
just did?
men?
Hold
Only
on.
for men.
You see what he just did? See, that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Y'all,
using what you just
Hey,
said.
y'all,
calm down,
I'm
y'all,
just
calm down,
using
calm
what you
down,
just said
calm
on this
down.
see what
platform,
he
bro.
just did? That's what I'm talking about. He took the
No, I'm
bait. He took the bait.
man. I don't care about
No,
none
he
of that
took
because
the
I
bait.
know that you ain't nothing but a male hyena
All
who hide underneath
Man,
the fucking
wait, y'all.
female.
Whoop,
You a
whoop, no
male
Hey,
fights, no
chill
hyena.
the
fights,
fuck
no
out.
fights,
Chill
no
out with all
shots
the
right here.
slander, dog.
Let's
Chill out
let's
with the
let's have a
slander.
let's have a rational discussion about this. Let's not even go to what we feel about
Right.
each other. Let's just
Thank you,
have a
D.
rational discussion about this. I think we can all do that. Madam Whoop Ass dropped off. She just wanted the information that we were telling her. She's probably gonna go look for it herself and have her own show on it. It's four brothers up here. Let's just have a
wait,
rational
hold on.
discussion about
Bro,
it.
George Golden. Thank you for saying that. Because
bro.
we can sit here and list names. Ida B. Wells, Harriet Tubman, you
Yeah.
know, Mary, what's the name? Mary, starts with L,
Mary McClellan. You talking
yeah,
about
Mama
Mary
Doom,
McClellan?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
I get
how
all
can
that,
you
Big J.
say something like that?
But the thing
You don't
is,
even
though,
know
listen,
history yourself.
Big
No,
J.
this is the reason why I don't want to fuck with niggas like you, JFK, because you
See,
don't
I
you
know,
don't
cause
know a
hey yo,
goddamn
how do
thing,
we
and
know?
that's my
How do
goddamn
we?
problem with these low IQ
Okay.
niggas. That's why I don't fuck
Let,
with you niggas.
let, let,
Hey
You
yo,
got
why
low
you
let's
gotta
take
IQ.
it
yell?
back.
Hey yo,
Let's
bro,
take
Hey,
it back.
Big
Let's
J.
you know
take it
what?
take
back.
a breath,
You don't know a
breathe
goddamn.
in,
I ain't taking a
breathe out.
Let's
goddamn thing
big
back.
big J.
Big
Let's
J.
take it back. Let's
Because
take it back.
Come on,
Big
intelligence
bro.
J.
is something like
Hey yo,
goddamn
how do?
intelligence.
Hey yo,
That's
bro,
what
chill,
I'm talking about.
relax,
You are so easy
relax.
to be led. You niggas so easy to be led. I refuse to take the goddamn bait. Because
No,
I know.
you love the female. Hey yo, you love the female, bruh.
Love
You love
who?
the wedding.
Love
That's
who, nigga?
understandable.
Love who,
That's
nigga?
why you scared.
Love who?
That's why you scared to hold of them. That's why you scared to hold of a condom because you want to be like Charlemagne and you want to be a freaking seat sniffer. You wish you could sniff them female
No.
chicks on that show on the Fresh and Fish show.
All right,
Yeah,
good
yeah. All
fellas.
right. So,
Hey, listen,
You
hold on.
want to
Let's
sniff
let's
the
take it
seat.
back. Let's
hey,
take it
yo,
back.
let me
Hold on,
get
hold
in.
on,
Let
hold
me
on,
get
hold
in
on, hold
right
on.
quick.
JFK,
That's all
JFK.
you
Let's
got. You're not even
I'm gonna keep it
intellectual.
100.
Why
Hold
you?
on,
Why you
Big J,
talking?
Big J, Big J, Big J, Big J. All right, the women on that panel, they were pretty, but they were also stupid and encouraging Nick Fuentes to say the N word, and then happily screaming aloud, kind of cheering and chapping that he did say it. They were on their zaddy worship, their bedwench wannabe cycle, whatever it is. The point that I'm coming at is that right
Your
now,
bedwins behavior.
I think black women need to take the L for this, and they need to explain what we just saw as black men, and then convince us, right? Because this is all I'm at. Convince us that passport bros are still wrong, or that black men stepping out are still wrong. Because watching that, from my perspective, who comes from a pro black origin, it was disgusting to me, and it instills the reason why I'm just falling back right now on the whole our relationship or us getting together. I'm good right
Yeah.
now.
Uh,
She was demoralizing.
I'm not. I'm not
Like,
the
you
moron.
can't.
I see what it is. I just like okay. Because we know what Fresh and Fit doing, and I said this month. I said this years ago. But about the Pearl issue. You don't think y'all don't think I told people why won't y'all follow the money? Who put a Pearl
Yeah.
up? No. I want y'all to follow the money on this. Who put Pearl and Nick up like this? Who put a Charleston White up on that? If
But
you look at
Nick
those
Nick Nick has been on many
at
a
those
white
three,
shows.
hold on. If you pick up those three individuals, Pearl, Nick, and Charleston White, if you look at it, you know who's behind that. And I'll tell you who's behind that. That goddamn Candace Owens.
A
If you sit
coon
there and
that
look,
is
you look at
not
it
black
long enough
American.
and do and
So a
that
black woman. You just mentioned a
That's
black woman.
yeah, a black woman and her
The
white
irony.
and a white British husband.
Right. So again, this is a black woman that you're just about to say actually put them on that path. I mean, gave them that ammunition, gave them that energy.
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than just Candace. I'm just I'm just saying the whole connection is if you follow their trend, it leads to her. All
All right,
roads
forget.
lead
Hold
to
on,
the
real
Daily
quick.
Mail.
We
Bro,
got a new person on the panel. Shout out to the UK. What's up, brother? What say you
Oh
towards this
man, I ain't
topic?
talked to you in a long time, man. I ain't talked to you in a minute, Israel. I ain't talked to you in a long minute.
hold on.
What's
Before
what's
you, I got one. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what's happening, Vida? Thanks for letting me on. Yeah, what's happening, Big J? Salute. Yeah. I haven't even seen this video, but how can I say from the title where it says what's the word Herbers. Oh, sorry, wait. Let me get my voice. Sorry. How it says Tebers was rating how what's it they encouraged him or something like that for what's his name Nick
Yeah.
Fuentes to say what he said is that even myself as a Caribbean, I can see that I can't stand with all that type of stuff that a lot of the coonery that a lot of the Caribbeans in America are doing. It's like because how could I say a lot of people? Because example, long story short, how I see a lot of Black Americans moving with the whole Black American separation movement and things like that. I'm actually, I'll call myself like a foreign ally of what you guys are doing right now because, yeah, like I was saying, myself as a Caribbean, I'm sick and tired of the coonery that's happening. Let's say with Black people globally, but even with the coonery that a lot of Caribbeans in America are doing themselves.
It's offensive to us. Let me speak, fellas. Just it's offensive to us only because Black Americans have stood for collectively blacks in the diaspora coming together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
Black Americans have stood forefront with it. Marcus Garvey came here and created a fucking army of people to go out and fight for the black struggle. Malcolm X inspired thousands, millions. Dr. Martin Luther King, whatever people say about it, he still inspired millions of people to change. You feel what I'm saying? When it came to Nelson
Yeah.
Mandela, Black Americans were right there in the forefront, and
Mm-hmm.
Caribbeans right there in the forefront. So for people now, or young people now, at this age, to come in and try to downgrade or take away from the Black American culture and tell us we don't even have a culture is highly disrespectful while wearing Tupac shirts that pants under their ass and hats to the back, which is a Black American cultural thing. You feel me? And I'm just using the lowest form of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's true because it's like growing up as a child, I always knew that Black America had culture. Example, when I was younger, Nas was like a superhero to me. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's that just from Nas alone, I knew that Black America had culture. You know what I mean? So no one could ever. So someone like myself from Britain, no one could ever say to me that Black America doesn't have culture. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you know when you look at that the jazz, the R and that the '90s R&B, things of that nature. Is that no one could ever say Black America hasn't got culture.
And this is coming from a Black Brit, y'all. So
Yeah,
when
that's a
we hear
fact.
people
And I love their
online,
culture.
right?
Salute.
And I love everybody, all Black culture. The point is, I'm just saying Black American culture needs to respectfully delineate and show who we are to everyone else.
Mm.
And this is why you have this problem right now, because you will walk around and talk about reparations for Black America and Caribbeans and Africans, fucking Australians. You don't need this, nigga. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, not knowing what the real struggle is that Black Americans face and how we overcame most of it to influence the world, how we invented half of modern society. Like, if you take away Black inventions right now, we're all going back to the Stone Age.
Definitely,
True.
that is true. That is true.
True. Henry Ford
Oh,
couldn't even
facts.
push a fucking Model T because, you know what I'm saying, the damn traffic light was invented by a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
And
let's talk about
reinventing
it.
stuff every single day,
So,
yo.
but no,
I don't
what I
mean to
want
cut
to
you
jump
off,
in,
bro.
you go this, no, you good. The one thing I wanted to talk about as far as with, you know what I'm saying, the images and how we attack each other inside of, on YouTube. The one thing that gets to me is the fact that instead of black men coming at black women and talking about them, and black women talking about black men. Those six broads that came out there and pushed that shit and promoted Nick to come out there and say that shit, they represent they probably represent the minority of black women. But the problem is they're the loudest. It's similar to like when I meet the Republicans. Republicans talk about no, majority of them are not Trumpers, but the loudest group of Republicans are the Trumpers, and they drown out all the rest. You need to control your self-image. All right, black women should need to be at the forefront of attacking those black chicks who made that comment. And I'm calling on both sides. Black men, when you see a motherfucker give Nick Fuentes a platform to come out there in this fucking sector and spew his shit and influence us, Obsidian, you call that motherfucker out. And you
That's a
call them out
fact.
with the same fucking energy you call out black women.
But look how they attacking
And they don't.
NDRE, bro. They're attacking her because he said something about the essence of words. But we need more black women like her with platforms because it outweigh the females who will sit on Fresh and Fit platform and tell this dude to say the hard N word or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said the hard N word. And on a side note, I don't blame these drill rappers, bro, for saying how they did this mess with these type of chicks and call them thoughts and wanting this get top for them and everything like that. Because look how they displaying themselves every day. They don't hold us down and they don't represent the best of black women because lesser black women feel like they don't got no protection and they can't say anything because the hyenas overweigh the good women. But every time a good woman say something, it's crazy. All you gotta do is read any y'all read on her Instagram and seeing how these females attacking her. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm
we
saying
as
for you,
black
this is
men
the
gotta
fact.
protect
Go
the
ahead.
good women, the good black
You
women. You
right.
feel me?
You right out and exactly. You got to come out there and promote, and you know what I'm saying. You got to speak life into the opposite gender. You know what I'm saying? That's positive. Yeah, I completely agree. You know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's like when you talk about the clicks and views get you money on YouTube, right? And what's the best and easiest way to come out there and build your channel as a black man? You attack the black women. You know why? Because they got a lot of butt hurt niggas that in real life got fucked over by one or two black women, and all of a sudden they then came out there and took that fucking experience, that trauma, and then like immediately label the whole fucking gender. All black women are like this. So they
Facts.
go
I
into
agree.
so they go around, they ain't even coming out here trying to go into YouTube is a fucking it's a instead of fuck it's a hustle, of course. But you have a lot of lost motherfuckers who really do need therapy who come to YouTube and subscribe to echo chambers. They ain't influenced
Because
by YouTube. They want to go to echo chambers to come out there and feel good about their fucking trauma and be like, damn, yeah, I was hurt by a black woman.
See, a lot of this could have
So let me go
ended
listen to other people
last year.
who fucking hate black women. Then all of a sudden I feel good about it. And
Either it's just me or he went on mute. But listen, I'm about to end this because I want to go home and cook some steak and eat that shit. So we're gonna do some closing arguments real quick. Not sure who wants to go first. I'm gonna let the brother from the UK actually go last. Big J, you was up first. Aries was up after that. JFK came through, and then we're gonna let the UK brother go. So let's hit him with the closing arguments real quick.
I got nothing to say, hey, brother. I'll see you on the GG block. I think y'all gonna talk about that in the G block channel. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So yeah, y'all have a good one.
Nice. Peace, brother. I appreciate you coming up to the panel. Thanks for the good intellect and thanks for explaining your position. Aries, what's poppin'?
B Dub always appreciate chopping it up with you, brother. You already know we're gonna come back. It's not going. This ain't gonna be the last time we talk about shit like this. So whenever it is, you already know how we're gonna run it. Everybody, y'all have a good one.
Feel you. James, yeah, go, baby.
Yeah, man, this gonna be like I think the thinking black man gonna use this as a blueprint of like you just gonna see more black men, more young men that's getting their passports and not really dealing with these type of chicks, man, because you could find out like there's no protection for us. You know what I'm saying? Like You got a white supremacist dude that's able to say the hard N word. Then you got this other man, Darius Jackson, that can't even say anything. Like they just want you to shut up, don't say anything, keep your mouth quiet, and then sit there and watch my kids or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad all these things is being presented to us, and you know what I mean? The everyday black man has got to make his own decision of what he gonna do. You feel me? So on that note, hey yo, thank you for having me on the platform.
Facts. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody's insight. Brother from the UK, appreciate y'all coming from across the pond. What say you, brother?
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, VW. Yeah, yeah, it's an honor to finally speak to you because I've been chatting to you for about 3 years now, and this is the first time I've spoken to you. But yeah, my closing statement is, example, how could I say, when it comes to black women now, because hear this, we got problems with black women here in Britain as well. We got massive problems with black women. But my thing is, I think personally we need solutions. For example, one of the solutions, like example, here in Britain, a lot of black women are overweight. My solution is for black women here in Britain to start going to the gym, take off the weave, get the natural hair thing going again, and things of that nature. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm more about, I think right now for black women, we need more solutions rather than stretching out the problems and just dragging it out on YouTube and trying to make money off it type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think, yeah, that would be my closing statement. Yeah.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate that. I will try to catch you guys on the G Block if I'm not working. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Y'all know I work 7 days a goddamn week. Probably had one day off today, this week, and I slept the whole time. But I'm gonna give my closing argument. Listen, I'm not here to be mad at black women. I understand some of y'all want to be appreciated as much as possible. You want to be loved. You want to be felt, touched. You want the sincerity of whatever it is. But this situation is unacceptable to me. And I felt compelled to talk. Normally I don't. Like Big J said, I don't bite into what's being had or said, but today was just a little bit more frustrating because my entire timeline was filled with this conversation, with pictures of Nick wrapped around these women, with the sound bites being posted. So I felt compelled to say something. I just wanted to semi-equalize the conversation because Kiki's baby daddy has been dragged through the mud for asking his woman to be a little bit more respectable as a woman, as opposed to we're watching 6 women encourage a white racist to say that hard N-word on a panel. We're fresh and fit. And I don't want to discourage anybody who's of Caribbean descent, African descent, or any other black national in the diaspora, but I do want to showcase the fact that black Americans are really having a hard fight here, and the fact that we got to fight white supremacy and our own who agree with white supremacy is the problem, is the cause of these conversations. So hopefully with some of this we can develop, move forward, and try to have a real good reckoning and an understanding of what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. But until then, we're going to keep having these conversations, we're going to keep having these shows, we're going to keep having the line fence jumpers and things like that. Outside of that, I wish everybody a good day. I bear you to find positive light within your day. And if you have not liked, shared, or subscribed this, it should be public after I end it. So hopefully it wasn't too bad for YouTube. But outside of that, man, y'all all have a great day. I'm out.